So I went, the visa officer just asked one question. I was tensed, I was nervous, I was sweating.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, based on my face, my gesture, the visa officer just denied me.
Hey friends, welcome to Chai and Coaching. Rob here, and in this video we're going to be talking about visa interview rejections. My friend Jay here has some crazy stories of getting rejected multiple times before he ever got his visa to come study in America. So he's going to break down those stories, tell you what happened with his rejections, but how he persevered and eventually came to work here in America. And hopefully this will help you in your visa interviews. Come join us. Thanks for tuning in, friends. This is going to be a really fun, interesting story about visa interviews gone wrong. Hopefully we can learn from these kind of mistakes and lessons learned and give you guys some inspiration as well. So Jay, go ahead and introduce yourself, buddy.
Welcome, my friends. My name is Jay Shah. I'm from Mumbai, India. I did my bachelor's from University of Mumbai as an electronics engineer. I worked for a company called Reliance Jio as a network support engineer. I came over here in United States in 2017, and it was my spring semester.
Jay, he studied down the road down in Dallas at SMU, Southern Methodist University. And what did you study there?
So I graduated from Southern Methodist University. I did my major as a telecommunication and network engineering from Lyle School of Engineering.
And we're going to be making a separate video with Jay about his master's in telecommunications at SMU. So check that out. We'll have links for that so you can learn about studying that major or that degree here in America. So when Jay told me about his stories with his visa interviews, like, we have to make a video about this. He was rejected 2 times before ever getting accepted to come here in America. So Jay, just kind of tell us the timeline. This was back in 2016, near the end of the year, and you were preparing to come. Kind of, let's start the story there, and let us peek back into your life and maybe learn something from it.
In my final year, it was like late 2014, early 2015. I started to prepare for my masters. I gave like GRE, TOEFL, and I was planning to come in 2016 or like fall 2016 or spring 2017. So I applied to like a lot of universities, as like most of the aspirants will do, like apply to like 5 to 8 universities, like just for backup. If you don't get your dream admit from Ivy League colleges or like from your own like favorites or where a bunch of your friends are there. So same with me, I applied to like 8 universities. I got admit from 5 universities.
Which 5 were those?
So the first one was Southern Methodist University, which is in Dallas, Texas. Second was in University of Houston, Clear Lake, which is in Houston, Texas. My third was New York Institute of Technology, NYIT, New York. My fourth was University of Massachusetts, Lowell, which is in Dartmouth, Massachusetts. And my fifth one was Lamar University in Texas. And the other 3 universities which I didn't got was, one was Cleveland State University, University of Sacramento, California, and I believe University of Colorado Boulder.
Okay, CU Boulder.
CU Boulder, yeah. And my major focus was coming to Texas. That's why I applied to like a couple of universities over here.
Yeehaw.
Yep. I like Texas, and I have my family over here in Dallas, so I wanted to come to Dallas basically.
Yeah, he's got family just up the road here in Frisco. So cool. So you applied to 8, got admitted in 4. And then what do you have to do next after you're admit?
Same thing with everyone. You know, I have the admit, I have the I-20 in hand. Let's apply for visa. So visas are typically applied like 6 to 8 weeks before your start date. And the start date is mentioned in the I-20. So if you are a spring admit, the university will typically start like late January. And if you are a fall admit, the university will start in like mid of August or like early September. So like just 6 to 8 weeks before you start applying for your visa, you'll take the date, but before taking the date, you'll just fill the DS-160 form, get all your documents, passport, and everything done before that.
And what are those, real quick, what are those documents? The DS-160?
The DS-160, your passport, your birth certificate, your degrees, I-20, transcripts, any financial documents like bank statements, affidavits, your parents' property documents. So these are the kind of like basic like 8 to 10 documents you have. But you need to take everything to the visa, but the visa officer will ask none. It's just basically your answers, your motivation, your confidence. Based on that, they will judge you.
Yeah. It's more about you and your personality and your answers than your documents that choose admit or reject for the visa.
That's right,
Or approval or reject. So continue.
Yes, so once you take the date, say for instance, you're coming in the month of January for the spring. So you got a date of like late November, which is like Thanksgiving, or like early December, because Christmas time you won't get the date. So like what I will do, I will share my story, how I did it. So I took a date of like December first week. Just I went, gave the interview. I still remember it was like 40 seconds. And the three main questions were like, which university you applied to, why you are going to United States, and why for MS.
So this was only 40-second long interview.
40 seconds long interview, and I was...
And just 3 questions?
3 questions.
Wow.
It was pretty quick.
Okay.
And I was super much tensed, I was nervous, I was sweating.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, so I was... And based on my like face, my gesture, the visa officer just denied me. So I came back, I was...
Did they respond to any of your answers?
They responded, but then they give me like a 221G slip, which is basically a blue slip of denial.
Okay.
And they returned me my passport back, so I thought that's denial. And I was pretty much upset, and I don't know what to do, but my plan was to come to US. I had my dream of just pursuing my higher studies in the United States, and then working over here and just living my life over here. The next thing is I took another date, so which was like 2 weeks after that. So it was like mid of December, just before the Christmas. So and the Christmas, like you won't get the dates. Visa consulates will be closed and it will be totally packed. So I took the date like mid of December, like between like 15th or 20th December. I took the date. I went in the room. I was nervous though because it was a huge line. I was again. So I went. The visa officer just asked one question. Oh, so you are rejected for the first time. I'm rejecting you again. So within 10 seconds, I came back from the room.
So did they even ask you a question?
They didn't ask me a question. It was just like I have to go with my coworker. So since she rejected me, I have to reject you.
Wow, they didn't even give you a chance.
They didn't give me a chance.
Just, you were rejected once?
Yeah.
I'm going to reject you again.
Yes.
How did you feel?
I was super crazy. I mean, I was like nervous. I was sad. I was crying internally. And my parents were waiting outside the consulate room. So and they were I was disappointed because I wanted the F1 visa. I mean, so they returned me the passport back. So I was
and same slip.
Same slip.
Okay.
Same.
Man.
And more important thing was my university was about to start in the mid of January. So I had just like 3 to 4 weeks left.
Yeah.
So I'm like I need to get my visa now. So it was second time rejection. A lot of negative thoughts. Like I was like getting phone calls from friends, from relatives, from a lot of seniors. What is the root cause? I don't know. I mean, all the friends will be like eager to ask because it's kind of like jealousy situation for you as well. But but I didn't lose hope. I mean, let's give it third try. And the third try, I got the date just before the New Year. It was on 29th or 30th.
So December 29th.
29th, yeah, just 2 weeks before my start date. And
did you have your tickets booked?
Yes, I booked my tickets because the prices were going high, so I just booked the tickets before my visa date.
Yeah. So you already had your tickets. 2 rejections.
2 rejections.
2 weeks left. So it's crunch time.
So it's my third time. Let's give a hat trick. What I did in the third time was I filled the DS 160 properly, and the one thing I kept in mind was I won't change my university no matter what. I want to go to SMU. It's a good, beautiful college, beautiful courses, a lot of connections in the university, and things were going pretty good. So and what will happen is if this time, like most of your friends or like your counselor, if you're taken like a counselor or like join some agents or taken in some advices, those people will tell you change the university because you're rejected twice, or you change the location. I'm from Mumbai, but I took the Mumbai date. I didn't took the date from like Hyderabad, Chennai, or Delhi.
From like a different consulate.
Different visa consulate.
Okay.
I was two important things were like I stick to Mumbai consulate and I stick to SMU.
So all 3 times you put SMU.
All 3 times SMU, all 3 times Mumbai consulate.
Okay.
So what I did in my third thing was I was super like exhausted, frustrated, and irritated as well. But I didn't lose my calm. I watched like motivational videos. I read a lot of motivational books. The 2 motivational books I read was The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, and the book called Secret by Rhonda Byrne.
So The Alchemist and The Secret.
Yes, so,
Okay.
so these were the two books, and
I'll put those links in the description.
yes, and they were given by my family members.
Okay.
So just I was calm. I meditated. I visited like worship places. I was just being positive, because that is the time you don't want like any negative thoughts or any negative feelings come into your mind or your body. So I was just relaxed. I was just going. I was just talking to my US friends. Because it's 31st over there, like that time of like Christmas and everything. So I was I just want my Christmas next year in the United States. That's my plan. I booked the date. This time my interview went for like 9 minutes. He was like, he didn't ask me like the previous questions. He just asked me like some new questions. So he's like, why didn't you change the university after coming for the third time? I want to go to USA. I explained in a very precise manner, like what are the pros of SMU, pros of Dallas, pros of my courses. He asked me some technical questions, because since I worked for like 1.5 years, he asked me questions on that. He asked me like, do you have any relatives? Some new questions, and it went for like 9 minutes.
How did that feel?
It was like, I was very calm this time. I was not nervous. I was not having any negative or distractions, because in that room there will be like a lot of people, and like there are different like 10 different accountants.
Yeah.
And all will be from different scenarios. Some apply for like H1B, some of a tourist visa, so for someone for like B1, B2 business visas, and like many will get approvals, many will get rejections.
Yeah, all this happening at once.
But you just have to be calm, and like so this time I was like focused. I will not be nervous.
Did that 9 minutes feel like forever?
It's forever, yeah. And it was a huge time, and I still remember that. Like the best part was this time I took the visa officer as my friend. So I'm talking to my friend.
Instead of being scared and nervous, you're treating them like a friend. That's a good tip.
And what all my books and helped me, I was focused, calm, and the last thing was your visa is approved. You will get your passport within 2 days. But the good thing, I got the passport within next 3 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. So as soon as I reached home, I got a message. Your passport is ready to pick up.
And so you go back and get it.
I went back and get it.
Awesome.
So I was super like excited, chilled. But two important things which I didn't do was I didn't change my university. I didn't change my visa consulate.
So real quick, before we get into more tips and lessons learned, our chai question for today is, what do you think the main reasons are why people get rejected? There's lots of rumors, there's lots of stories, people speculate why these rejections happen. Leave a comment below. Please share what you think or what you've heard, or even friends' experiences on why rejections happen for the visa interviews. And Jay, how would you answer that? Why do you think people get rejected?
There are various reasons. People think like it's rejected because of documents, but none of the documents will be asked. Like 90% visa officers won't ask except your passport, your I-20, that's it. Because whatever you have filled in DS-160, they have all the information.
Okay.
So it's a rare case, like they will ask for your degree certificate or your main thing is the financial documents. But documents are like the last. I'll keep it at the last now.
Okay. That's just in case.
In case. Second reason, it can be like university selection. Some are like fuzzy universities, or which are like not accredited. So that is one of the reasons. Second is not related to your degree. Sometimes people think that way. But the fourth thing and the last important is like your posture, your gesture, your confidence.
Yeah.
That is the important thing the visa officer will, I would say, like judge you on.
And I would say that's also true for in America trying to get jobs.
Yeah.
That the soft skills are more important than the technical skills.
That's right.
How you communicate, how you present yourself, how you relate, if they like you or not, if they see you as a friend or as someone that's awkward or weird as a stranger, that's what hiring managers are thinking in America, and that's what the visa officers, because they want to know that you can function and be normal and confident coming to America. And if you can't communicate that properly, then that's a big chance you're going to get rejected in your visa interview or get rejected here in America for a job offer.
Yes. So soft skills play a very important role, like which clothes you wear, like because that is also dependent on, because if you wear like some shorts or anything, you'll feel like you're in like a party mode. So that will distract not only the visa officer but yourself as well.
Yeah, and even your accent. You know, if they can't understand you, then they might not think you're a good fit to come to America, because other Americans won't be able to understand you. Just because you know English doesn't mean you can actually communicate that English.
Yeah.
So accent and communication is really important, and American English is very different than other English spoken around the world.
Yeah.
Jay, anything on the questions that they get asked, or any other tips or lessons learned you want to share to wrap up this video?
Yes, so the quick tips is like, don't be nervous, be always motivated, have the inner belief, faith in yourself, and don't be like jealous. And last thing is, don't be distracted. There will be like tons of distractions from your friends, like he's going to like XYZ Ivy League college, I'm getting rejections, I didn't got an admit. They have their own story, you have your own story, not everyone are on the same page. So things will work out. If you have a dream of coming to United States, definitely keep up the motivation. Definitely watch Rob's chai and coaching videos. He has like tons of very informative videos. There are a lot of channels, and also I would suggest, like, don't listen to your counselor and basically your agents, like whom you like take help from, like, because they are there to like get some extra cut and cash. So just stick to yourself, like what you want to do. And that will eventually lead not only to United States, but also to rest of your career for master's, PhD, and for your jobs.
Well, if you guys really like what Jay said, if this video was helpful, give it a big like. Tell him thank you for sharing his story and his perseverance, and hopefully it can motivate and encourage you guys, especially if you've faced a rejection. That's not going to stop you. It's not the end of your journey. Keep trying.
Yes, keep trying.
If Jay got 2 rejections and still came here, definitely you guys can as well.
Yes.
And just like he said, don't forget to subscribe to Chai and Coaching. We really want to help you guys succeed here in America in your student and professional journey. Connect with us online as well, on social media, and Jay on LinkedIn. He's got some great resources. He does lots of great speaking, and he's really involved in doing conferences and tech talks, and you guys can learn a lot from him, and just even in his professional journey now. So thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time at Chai and Coaching.
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you.